Hey everybody, it's Cheryl Harris with Cheryl Harris Enterprises, also known as She Knows, your wellness, fitness, and lifestyle expert and your Get Lean lifestyle coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And make sure that you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, share your comments. I love to hear your feedback, and like the video if you enjoyed, as well as share it. So let's get right to it. The Quarantine 10, I want to offer you 5 tips on how to clear the path to drop that unwanted weight that you currently have. And this is the weight that I'm talking about that some of us, not all of us, have acquired during the quarantine time. And I want to make sure that you be very mindful of these tips. There's so many things that I could share with you, but I want to make sure that I give you some quick nuggets to carry you throughout the week and not too much to burden you, okay? So let's get right to it. All right, tip number 1. And these are all things that are going to clear the path for you to jumpstart and lose some of that unwanted weight. And the tips that I'm going to name for you here are usually the things that cause you to put on weight. And the first one is you want to clear the unconscious self-talk that you have with yourself. And what do I mean by that? The voices that keep saying to yourself, and you keep saying to yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Maybe I'll start Tuesday. I don't feel like getting up, or I'm too tired once I get off of work. So these are all the things that you're actually speaking into existence in your life. And so because you are speaking it, and we all know death and life is in the power of the tongue, and because you are speaking it, you are bringing life to it, which means you are fueling that one thing. So the main thing is, when you're clearing the unconscious self-talk that you have with yourself, you want to confront those gremlins and confront the things that you have continuously said to yourself. Now you have made a norm. So it's impossible for dark and light to meet, stay in the same place. It cannot coexist. And you want to start having those different conversations with yourself, and recognizing the fabulous woman that you are. Dark meets light. This is where it is. So in order to get started, you got to confront those things that continuously are showing up in your life. Okay. You continue to say those things over and over. All right. So let's get to the second one. Second tip is mental blocks. So to clear those mental blocks, and believe it or not, don't think these things don't have a situation where it doesn't have a profound effect on you gaining weight. Okay, because it does. Because it does. So the mental blocks that you have, and that's why I always say when I work with my clients and you get a chance to work with me, we do that deep dive inner work. We do that inner cleansing, that inner work to tackle those things that have been suppressing you and stopping you from reaching your fitness goals, because it's impossible to reach your highest level potential or the highest level of you if you're constantly telling yourself, I'm fat, I don't feel like doing anything, I'm just exhausted, I'm too tired. We put a whole lot of effort in everything else except the things that we need to do to continue doing the things that we do for other people. Okay. So number 2 is those mental blocks. You got to get to the root cause. A lot of people don't know how to get to the root cause of things because, sometimes it's just not necessarily knowing it, but asking the right questions and actually doing that inner work. You have to tap in, tune in, and turn on so that you can not only get the body that you want, but you have to transform your mind and your spirit, because it's a mental and spiritual thing before it's a physical thing. Okay. I know it's first natural then spiritual, but in order to get to that point of transformation in your body, you got to do that inner work. And a lot of people think they have it and they don't. They don't have it. Because if they had it, meaning the mental work that they should be doing, if they had it, they would be at their goals already. Wouldn't you agree? Okay? So the mental blocks is you got to get to the root cause. You got to do the work. And I'll show you how to do that in my fitness coaching programs. And I'll talk to you about that a little later. You can always click the links in the description there if you decide you want to work with me. All right? Number 3 is have that conversation with yourself about how fabulous you are. In other words, number 3 is mirror work. Have you ever heard of mirror work where you look in the mirror? And I do this in the morning. I look at myself. Yes, I'm stark naked. I'm looking at myself because I'm appreciating where I am right now, knowing that there's some more improvement that's needed. But I am looking at myself and I'm having that conversation with myself. Don't go in all super harsh and saying, you can do it, rah, rah, rah. No, let's start off saying, first of all, I love you. I love you. Cheryl, I love you. And we're going to do this. We're going to take one day at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, and 1 day at a time. Start having that conversation with yourself and look yourself in your own eyes. You know, if you look yourself in your own eyes, you're going to look into your soul. This is your soul, not nobody else's. This is yours. So start having that conversation with yourself about how fabulous you are. And, the same amount of work that you put in doing the self-sabotaging of yourself, take that same energy and have that talk with yourself in the mirror when you get up in the morning. Just look at yourself. Look at a full-length mirror. You could graduate to the full-length mirror if you're struggling with that. But look at the mirror in the bathroom or look in the mirror at your makeup stand that you have at home and just have a one-on-one conversation, literally a one-on-one conversation with yourself. And tell yourself how fabulous you are. And speak those things to existence. That's when you'll start looking into the soul of your own self and tapping into your true, authentic self. That's number 3. Number 4, I want you to release the physical stress that's in your body. Now, some of us are still working from home. Some of us may have gone back to work. Either way, you got to make sure that you're getting up and you're moving around. Sometimes you're sitting at your desk until you take a break. If you're still working or if you're an entrepreneur, you're still sitting at your desk. Hip flexors are all locked up. Your glutes are locked up. Your hamstrings are tight. Your shoulders are all the way in your neck. And then you haven't had an opportunity to do some calisthenics. You haven't moved around. You haven't got your body moving. So you want to release the physical stress from whether you're working from home or if you're back to work. Okay. And doing that, you want to do some breath work. You want to do some breathing work. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You get a little break. You can do it in the morning. You can do it after work. You can do it during the day when you get a break. And just do some breath work. Just breathe. Just breathe. Take a moment just to reset because you're staring at a computer all day. And I know you get headaches because I get them. So you're staring at a computer all day. You need to pull back, step away. It doesn't even have to be. Get out of the mindset that it takes you 4 to 5 hours to meditate. It doesn't. 3 to 5 minutes just to hit the reset button. And I hope you watched looked at my last blog that I had about get ready, reset, go. And there are some things that you can do to reset. And so this is a follow-up to that. These are things that you can do with that Quarantine 10, 5 tips on how to clear the path to drop that unwanted weight. These are just the things. And before I give you the last one, make sure that you do a little bit of stretching. Move your arms around. Stretch your hip flexors. Stretch your quads. Fold your body in half. Like just bend over and rest your lower back. Those are some things that you can do. You can, do some knee raises. You don't have to jump, but do some knee raises to get the blood flowing again. Because I know when I sit at my desk for a very long time, my ankles are swelled, which means I'm holding a lot of water or a lot of, things that I need to release. And so by doing that, you gotta get moving, gotta drink your water, So take a little time to meditate, stress, drink a lot of water, and get your body moving. These are some ways that you can actually release some of this weight, at least jumpstart releasing some of the weight. And the final thing, I'm going to go over everything and I'll give you the very last one. Number 1, I'll just go over everything with you. You want to clear the unconscious self-talk that you've been having with yourself, those self-sabotaging talks that you have, and confront those gremlins so that you can stop talking to yourself like that. Love on you. Love yourself to know that you need to take care of your body. Your body is a gift. It's a gift. You are a creation of God. Your body is a magnificent machine, very intricate. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we take care of it, okay? Clear the unconscious self-talk that you have with yourself. Ixnay on the self-sabotaging, okay? Number 2, you want to clear the mental blocks. You got to get to the root cause of what's causing you not to actually have your goals. In order for you to reach the goals and try, to get to the losing the 5 pounds or 10 pounds, sculpting your body, you first got to figure out why you don't already have it. So we got to get to the root cause of doing that. We got to get to the root cause of finding out why you don't already have your goals. Number 3, you want to have a conversation with yourself. Do that mirror work. We'll go into that a little deeper if you decide you want to work with me. But talk to yourself. Have that conversation with yourself in the mirror. Look at you and have that one-on-one conversation with yourself. And talk to yourself and appreciate yourself and love on yourself. This is not some shishi foo-foo stuff. These are things that people have allowed outside circumstances and things that's going on in the world to really bring them down. It's happened to me. It's some real stuff going on out here. It's happened to me. And so we are blessed. Some of us are blessed to have the opportunity to hit the reset button. So have that conversation with yourself, talk to yourself, tell yourself that you love yourself. Say whatever you feel because you're looking at you. Don't try to go gung-ho first if you've never done this before. So just start off with, I love you. I've never told you I love you, but I love you, Cheryl. You are awesome. You're fabulous. And I love you just the way you are. We're going to do things together to where we're going to make improvements to take care of our mind, our body, and our spirit. Give yourself a big hug. Give yourself a big kiss. Kiss yourself in the mirror. Wink at yourself a couple of times. All right? And number 4, you want to release the physical stress. Get moving. Get moving. You want to do breath work. You want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can do some counts, some 3 counts, some 4 counts, 5 counts. I do breath work all the time. And it also helps open up the lungs. It helps open up the lungs too as well. So you want to get moving. You want to do some knee raises. You want to do some stretching, some breathing, and some meditation. 3 to 5 minutes. Doesn't take long. You look up, 10 minutes has gone by and you don't even know that it's gone. And the 5th tip I want to give to you, mindful eating. If you're still working from home, whether you're working from home, if you're out and about in the streets, you work for your work, or you're working at your place of employment, you're back to that, or you're working your business, we have a tendency to do mindless eating instead of mindful eating, meaning we're snacking on the wrong things. A lot of sweets, sugars, salts, not drinking enough water, carbonated drinks. We're doing all those things that contribute to our bodies not being at its optimal level. In order for you to be able to operate at your highest potential, on what you were put on this earth to do is to operate and serve and figure out what your purpose is. Your mind, body, and spirit has to be in optimal health. So pay attention to what you're eating. I can't stress this enough. I did with my other coaching class. We had a coaching session where I coached them on how the body heals itself and broke down every single thing that was there. It's eye-opening because when you know what it takes to actually build the body and heal the body and the length of time it takes to heal the body, then you will act accordingly to it. A lot of people just sometimes need to be educated. They just need to be educated, enlightened, so to speak. Mindful eating. Pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to what you're eating. Get moving. Drink a lot of water. Start stretching. Be mindful of the eating. Leave the saturated fat stuff alone. The main thing for eating is protein, carbs, and veggies and good fats. That's the whole gist of it. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed these tips that I gave you. If you like what I shared with you, make sure you give a thumbs up to this video. Share your comments. Give me your comments and what's some of the things that you're doing to try and release that quarantine 10. Subscribe to the video channel. Share if you like. I will see you on the other side. If you decide you want to work with me, click the links associated with this video. Talk to y'all later. Bye.